10 games or 11 games into the season, and we have happy Arsenal fans. Very happy.
Very
Arsenal
rare.
fans.
Very rare for us to be very happy.
Yes, nice jersey.
I like your jersey
I like your jersey. We start with Arsenal first lah, since we are at the top.
Yeah.
We start from the top lah.
Oh wow, okay.
Can.
I like that. I like the sound of that.
The last time you guys came,
Yeah.
it was 2 seasons or 2 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And at that point, Arsenal was not in the good. It was a transition period. It was like every season is a transition period.
We've been transitioning for quite a bit, kan?
Yes.
So it's a bit of a, yeah. I think the last time we were here,
Yeah.
I remember I was just chatting before we started this. Was like, I remember we were just like, okay, Arteta just, you
Took
know,
Just
what?
over it.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think just maybe that's the season that they were like, how do we feel?
Yeah.
Very exciting, new blood. I'm like, I'm on a wait and see approach. So, yeah, very
Now
happy.
2.5 years later.
Very happy.
Wow, the result shows for themselves.
Of course.
Yes, 10 games,
Wow.
9 wins.
Yep.
Only 1 loss to Manchester United, unfortunately.
Yes.
Very happy. Even Granit Xhaka is performing very well.
Very well.
He's a rebirth of a player. 2 yellow card only. So,
That's very good already.
yes,
By
that's
his
10
standards,
games,
right,
2
it's
yellow
very
card. I
good,
would
very
expect
good.
11. I would expect 10 games, 11 yellow cards, But Granit Xhaka and even new signings.
Yes.
I think you watch them play, which we will talk about later.
Yes.
Jesus, Zinchenko. How do you think? I mean, they definitely improved the squad, right?
I think, especially, there's a joke going on, right? There's an extra member in the team because we have Jesus in there.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of a, he definitely brings a different dynamic to the team. Very aggressive, slightly aggressive team than what I'm accustomed to. Because we are like always mediocre, like, not, just like, but there's a shift lah. There's a shift.
Obama who?
for sure.
Obama who? But we definitely added the right players.
Yes, for sure.
Compared to some other clubs who maybe added the wrong players.
Yeah.
So, talking about depth, right? Squad depth. I think I'm not sure because I think we all know the story. For me, what I observed is last season, Moyes kind of like throw everything and said, let's focus on Europa.
Correct.
But he didn't have the depth, right? He
Correct.
knew he didn't have
He
the
didn't
depth.
have. He didn't have enough
So
people.
he kind of I'm going to forgo Premier League.
Yep.
I'm going to focus on Europa.
Yep.
Somehow that didn't happen and they ended up 7
Yes, correct.
at the end of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now still no depth.
Well, actually, they added quite a bit of players lah, like Cornet, Paqueta. Who's that? The guy? I already mispronounce his name. Another Brazilian. But basically, he actually added on to the squad. There's quite a few revelations like Paqueta. He's really performing, and Scamacca. Yeah, I'm not sure I pronouncing his name correct, but yeah. So we have these players that are there. They are bolstering the team, but for some reason, it's not translating to results. We're doing great in the Europa Conference League. We are doing great, to be honest. I think it's like a big match mentality. But in the Premier League, right, it's not translating for some reason. Yeah.
You guys are 13th place.
Yep.
Played 11 but only won 3.
Correct.
Drew 2 and lost 6. So you guys are 11 points.
Yeah.
But the good thing is 5 points away from Liverpool only. So it's okay. not so
Still
bad.
can catch up, right?
Still can catch up.
Not too late.
Yeah. So you just lost to Liverpool.
Yeah.
During the midweek game.
But I dare say we didn't lose to the better team. To be honest, that was a lucky. Nunez was very lucky to get that 20%.
The header?
Yeah, I think he was lucky because I think the team played. Okay, to be honest, the first half wasn't that great, but the second half, the team played really well. And I think it's because when Benrahma came in and as a sub, it's something that I think I felt very weird because Benrahma has been performing consistently throughout the first 2 seasons, but for some reason Moyes is not playing him, and he's not there lah. And it's like I don't get it lah. Why he's not playing it? And apparently there's some weird system that Moyes has about him not being up to mark or something like that. But I think it's not really legit to me.
Is there a Moyes curse?
Oh my God.
There's
you
no
see that?
7-year curse, huh?
Yeah, the 7 years, right?
Yeah.
A few clubs are feeling it already.
Yeah. So it might be that. It might be just maybe I think Moyes had the wrong opinion about Benrahma because I think he should start every game. And then there's also a bit backbite about Kufal. Apparently he's not performing his best this season also. Appears to be under par. But again, the revelation for the past 2 seasons is Dawson, who's I think one of our key players this year.
From what I see from my research,
Yeah.
last minute research, 5 minutes ago, you guys kind of like faced the top 6. Most of the top 6. Is that why? Maybe that's why you guys are in 13th place because you guys lost to Manchester City, drew with Spurs, lost to Chelsea, and then losing to Liverpool. So 4 out of 6 big teams, right? You haven't met Arsenal, you haven't
Not
met
yet.
Manchester United.
Good luck with
correct.
that.
Yeah.
Correct. Wow. Okay. Thanks.
You must have watched All or Nothing, right?
Bad show ever, guys. Please watch it.
Yes, so watch it. See, 2 people recommend it, yeah? 2 people recommend. West Ham don't have.
It's okay. It's okay. Don't have, never mind. It's okay. But you're right, lah. We met I think 4 out of the 6 so-called big teams. But there's no success in meeting any of them except for maybe that draw. But I don't call that success, lah. It's just we're lucky. Again, the form that we see in the European Conference League is not translated into Premier League.
You do watch the Conference League games?
I do.
And they do play well?
They play well. They play better when, despite not playing their form in the Premier League, they play better. Because I have this thing that I think some of the players are looking forward to big match games. Not your average games lah, and then they really step up and do it. But when it comes to Premier League games, somehow like they are like playing under par, or somebody's not playing well. Like the last game in Liverpool, Johnson and Kufal were really sleeping on the job until the second half, and then something happened. Maybe they got shouted at or something, and then the game changed a bit better. They played a whole lot better than the first half. That's why Nunez got a goal in the 22nd. Because like I said, it wasn't a better team. It was just luck. He was at the right place at the right time, but. Like I said, it's not translating, and I don't know why. And I think West Ham fans are pretty much asking what's going on.
No, not Moyes out lah.
No, not yet. I don't think so. Not
Moyes
yet.
out, Gerrard in.
I don't think so lah. No.
I don't think so.
I think the West Ham fans also hate Gerrard as much as anybody else.
Sometimes some teams they start going on a run. They become nervous in every game. You know, the expectation gets higher and higher.
Yes, correct.
And then after that, the fans start to go against them.
Yeah.
Then everything falls apart. And then suddenly got
something
West
familiar,
Ham TV.
right?
Suddenly got West Ham TV.
Yeah.
A person says, called Robbie, starts to do interviews and everybody start complaining, you know. But when we are on a, we on a winning league, sometimes the confidence gets higher and higher. So maybe you guys need that break. To win. So any advice?
Any
from
advice?
All or Nothing episode? Which episode? We should be reference.
But to be fair, right, if I think the only in terms of West Ham fan, the only people that we probably go against, right, is probably the owners lah. JSB, what's his name? David Gold and
they're not spending enough.
They're not spending enough. It's not really a true story because they actually brought in a lot of players. It's just that I think it's not being seen by the fans that they are spending correctly. Like I think in the last year during the transfer season earlier this year, right, we actually let go of big names. You wanted to sign this person, then it didn't happen. And then we got somebody else. Then the people are like, oh, is this new player worth it? And then we found out that Skamaka actually can score goals pretty good. But then again, you notice that he doesn't start. Right. There's just something about Moyes not starting his best players, and I don't know why. So hopefully,
Moyes, why Moyes? Can you SMS us? Let us know.
So I think we'll see how the season play out. To be honest, in terms of how he stacks his players that actually brings value to the team, then just playing some of the same old players that I think are getting tired. Like Souček, he's not performing. If you see him from the last game,
maybe some people need a break lah.
Yes,
been performing one whole season, like TAA, right? We say that he's crap now, but some people cannot take it. TAA or Salah, win one game against Manchester City, so happy. It's okay. Maybe some players need a break. Through injury or whatever.
You never know. Speaking of injury, what's the guy's name? Cornet was supposed to play. I think the second game he got injured and then he's out, which is so weird because when I saw him play during that match, right, when he started one of the games, he's pretty reliable midfielder, but he got injured and then he's out for 2 months. I would think if he was still playing, right, he maybe Moyes could have swapped with Souček or someone, even like Declan Rice to add more variety to the midfield, but he's out. So
Any advice? Because Arteta changed Granit Xhaka's life around.
Yeah.
Now he's like attacking and
up front, right?
and not getting yellow card and all that. So any advice how to
There's a
turn players?
buffer. I think there's a buffer.
Yeah, see,
I
buffer.
think buffer as in because I don't know whether you notice it in terms of
What
the
do you mean?
the dynamics
Dynamics,
have shifted just based on like
What kind of dynamics?
well, we have Odegaard, right, who is much more he's Scandinavian, more guarded, more
More
mellow,
poised.
more poised.
Yeah, okay.
So because we have he's very macam how to say sorry, why am I talking
It's
Malay?
okay, it's okay. No, it's fine,
So
it's
it's
fine.
very fiery, right?
Yeah.
He's channeling it correctly, I feel. I'm not sure, but I feel like the dynamics have changed for sure. So you remove someone out, and then relatively very young team, right? We have one of the youngest teams in the, which I think is very encouraging because that's why we all fall in love with Arsenal. I mean, I'm just assuming, but that's why we love the team, right? Because there's so much. It's exciting.
Yes, energy. Never give up.
Never get all or nothing.
All or nothing. Yep.
Right?
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
We want that. The heart.
The heart, right?
The heart is important.
So there's that shift I feel because he's one of the older, I mean much more senior player.
Very long.
Very long. He's been there. He's the most
3 managers. He lasts longer than the managers.
right?
Yes.
And then you have a relatively very young team.
Yeah.
So again, I guess I feel like it's a bit of maturing, a bit more growing.
So he's in the right
evolving.
place lah. I mean, there's the right people around
Correct.
him lah.
Good influence.
Yeah.
I feel.
So West
good
Ham need
influence.
to have more
That
bubbles.
that is the
But
The dynamics, huh?
the
Yeah, the
dynamics I
dynamics,
feel really make or break the team.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, you're right.
so for example, again, what we went through for Arsenal, right? Previously there was a lot of talk, there was a lot of buzz, really
Toxic.
it's very toxic.
Toxic,
So it's like this one say this, you know, manager all of that distract from the actual we need to win. We need to stop losing, right?
Yeah.
So that's gone.
But is it happening in
But given
West
the
Ham?
point is that,
Yeah.
to be honest, if you ask me this year, we have less toxic people.
So it's much more
much better. It's more right now. Right, it's actually the managers, Moyes' choices of people starting and who's going to start the game and all that. Because the team right now is quite well knit than before. Because actually, when previous teams before, like people like Payet or Heller, right, you know these guys are really toxic because they are so-called the strikers and all that. Right? So they're toxic. So when they go rid of these people that are not helping the team, we actually have a close knit of team players. That are performing as a team lah.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
agree.
Yeah.
Last season especially.
Yeah, especially last season. But now the problem is, like you said, depth is still not there yet. In terms of who can play, someone's out. Because I think we have a long list of injured people, and then question of depth and question of who's starting to play the game. That's the
And let's talk about the other teams, right? Like Bournemouth, Fulham. No, not Bournemouth, Fulham, and Newcastle are currently above you guys. Newcastle is above you guys.
Yes, Newcastle is.
Even Fulham is above you guys.
Yeah.
Right. So
But we beat them, Che.
but you beat them. But these are the teams that you should be above.
Yeah, correct.
And I think other teams like Brighton, Brentford, and Crystal Palace are all stepping up.
Correct.
As well as last season.
Yeah.
Our Vieira favorite.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to
Yeah.
Gerrard lah, I think.
Yeah.
Compared to Gerrard, I think Vieira is doing a very
Vieira
good
is
job.
doing well.
Yeah. Crystal Palace, right?
Yeah, Crystal
So
Palace.
Crystal Palace is doing well. Brighton, before they lost their manager,
Yeah.
is doing well.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
And of course Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys got a lot of competition. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the because you were saying that there's a lot of movement, right?
Yeah.
So it's the gelling part
Yeah.
lah,
Yeah, is it the
right?
gelling?
I mean, in terms of like, because if you keep on swap. I mean, it looks like he's swapping a lot of.
He's swapping a lot of players, but at the same time, he doesn't have a lot of players to swap with in the first
Correct.
place.
Yeah.
You see, so when you don't give people a break, right, you might have, you get. I think people
Maybe
get tired.
they're burnt out.
Yeah,
You know,
might be
maybe
that.
it's burnt out,
I
right?
suspect
Because
that.
can be tiring, right? From
Yeah.
Europa,
And then
last
they have to
season
play-
Europa trying top
That's
5.
also a concern, lah. Like, they play the matches overseas and they come back and then they play.
Yeah.
It must take a toll on the
It
players
does,
somehow.
it does.
Not in terms of
Think so.
physically, maybe mentally.
Mentally lah. Yeah.
Yeah, very tiring. Yeah, but he doesn't have, like I said again, the depth to replace these players. He probably have one person like for a position, but that's it. And then, but the good thing about Moyes, right? He believes in the youth, so you see younger players coming up. Yeah, you see like Johnson's a good example.
But it's a gamble lah. I mean,
No, it takes time. I think.
It takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah, but
it
success.
took a long time for us also.
It did.
Yeah.
Like last
So it's
season,
like,
we
yeah.
were technically good, but
Yeah.
mentally we were
Just
not strong.
not. I
Because
think
a young team needs
it's still
to
shaky.
train mentally.
I mean,
It's
if
still-
we're talking
still
about
is.
the Leeds match,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, correct.
That's a heart attack for all of
Yeah,
us.
the Leeds game. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a work in progress lah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a bit.
I mean, if it was
time.
2 seasons ago, Arsenal would have lost that Leeds game. I felt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So there
For
is
sure,
progress.
for sure. There is,
progress.
there is,
I mean,
yeah.
but we are not there yet, I think. Like what Arteta says, we still have a lot of things
Yeah.
to achieve.
Yeah.
But we are getting
I think
there. Lah.
you can say the same with West Ham also, because it's a lot of work in progress right now. Because I think we are, in terms of Premier League, we're not where we want to be, but in terms of the Europa Conference League, we are nice because we are basically unbeaten in our table. We haven't lost any games, which is quite amazing if you ask me lah. With the current team that are
But this gamble, going back to this, okay, you're now in Conference League, right? But last season you all are in Europa.
Yeah.
You all are chasing Europa. No, if Moyes didn't take the gamble, and instead of going for Europa, he focused on getting back into Europa at the end of the season.
Correct.
More players would want to come.
Yes, correct.
Right? It's like Arsenal,
Yeah.
you know. They
Correct.
look at the culture, they look at the manager,
Yep.
and they look whether you have Champions League.
Yep.
Like CR7 lah, only wants to play Champions League, right?
Correct,
Some
yeah.
players. Some
Some
players.
players.
Some
Some
players
players,
want to play for clubs who play for Champions
Correct.
League,
Yes.
for Europa.
Yeah.
So maybe that gamble
Yeah.
kind of failed, and now you're feeling it.
Yeah,
What do you
correct.
think?
Yeah, you could got a point on there. Sometimes when the players come in, I know some pre-season, some players came in to watch our games to see where we at, and there might be the lack of Europa or Champions League, and they're finding appealing to go to West Ham, which is understandable lah. But but unfortunately for me and the West Ham fans, Moyes made a gamble, like you said. Went for Europa, didn't win, and then we lost a placing. In the end, it's up to him lah. We can only do so much.
Hopefully it gets better for you guys. I think I love West Ham actually. Even though rival clubs.
No, but they have the heart lah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
They
that's the
have
thing.
the heart.
That's the
So,
thing. Yeah.
I mean, we do support our own team, but we can appreciate when a team have heart, which not all teams have.
Correct.
To be
Right?
fair, I love watching Arsenal because Arsenal is a very young
Of
team.
course. So exciting, right?
Nice jersey.
Nice
Nice jersey.
guys. No, but to be, it's more of appreciating each other's team.
Yeah.
But I definitely enjoy watching because I mean, you support West Ham. Of course, I will look out for because if you guys watch the previous, we all support different teams, but we're competitive, but at the same time, we want the team to be doing
We love
well.
football, at the
Yeah,
end of
we
the
love
day,
football,
right? We love
right?
football,
But they definitely have heart.
Talking about depth, right? Tierney, left back, right? When we had Tierney, we were very happy.
Yeah.
But now we have Zinchenko.
Yeah.
But then he got injured.
Correct.
Now Tomiyasu
Yeah.
plays left back. Now we got 3 players. So we have depth lah.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it in your face, but now we got 3 defenders.
Yeah.
Good for you guys lah.
Yeah. Even Ben White can play right back
Yeah.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So between these 3, who you prefer now?
I don't know, man. To be honest, Tierney lah. Because for Tommy, right? I feel like he's not as stable as I want him to be. And you can
Defensively?
see, defensively.
Defensively.
So actually, you can see it at the latest. the recent match.
He did nullify Salah though. That's his reward, Until Salah have to be subbed out, substitute out. Sorry, Salah.
sorry,
Salah.
But to me, I just feel like he's a bit not as stable because I come from my favorite players are like the defenders are like really
who's
like.
your-
I mean, people like Vieira.
Okay, defensively.
Defensive.
I mean, that's why we support Arsenal.
We are basically defensive by nature.
We are.
We love the.
Throw your body mati kion kan. Throw your body kan in front of goal, in front of the ball.
It's like you will defend until there's
With
a
your
reason.
life.
Yeah, with your life.
Yeah,
You know, you have a strong like David Seaman. You have a strong goalkeeper, but your defenders are like.
Correct.
It's like like the Berlin Wall.
Yes,
I mean, even Berlin Wall 4, right?
Correct,
But
correct.
we had that kind of security.
Yeah.
I haven't felt it
Your
in a
last line,
very long time, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's a bit shaky still. But in terms of just my preference and just the way I see is Tierney actually.
Between Tierney and Zinchenko, why do you choose Tierney then?
I don't know. I just feel like he's much more. I don't know. I just prefer the more
Stable.
I prefer a stable. Some might say boring, safe. I don't know, but that's just more of my preference in terms of defensive. We can be aggressive, but I think the turnaround time, we're not as strong anymore. I mean, we are not strong yet. So you just need to be safe. I mean, that's just how I see it lah. Because as long as you don't get the goals in,
You don't concede.
you don't concede. Yeah, once you concede, right, the morale will.
Correct.
The morale will be very low, and it's very hard for us to fight back.
Yeah.
That's just in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you prefer?
I mean, credits to Liverpool lah. I mean,
Yeah.
when they are goal down, you can always expect them to
Yeah.
turn that around, right? But for us, I think we are still young.
harder. Yeah, it's harder for us to
your
like
mental
the
resilience
mental
not
is
there.
not there yet.
Not there,
So
not there
if
yet,
it's not there yet, I mean strategically,
Yeah.
I mean if I'm thinking, it's just you don't concede.
Don't lose,
Don't lose.
don't lose, yeah.
Try to attack, but come back fast enough.
Yes.
They're not ever. You saw it during the Man U match.
Yeah.
You saw it during Liverpool match. I mean, we've seen it. We're not ready yet lah. So until that defense, for now it's still pretty.
I'm still. I mean, I also not sure.
Yeah.
I think I prefer Zinchenko because of he can defense higher up.
Okay.
For
Got
me
it,
lah. I mean, he has a midfielder
Yeah.
mentality. So when we are attacking, he will go into a CDM kind of position. So when we are when we are pressing higher up, it makes sense compared to Tierney lah.
Okay.
I mean that's
yeah.
what I sense in terms of Arteta's tactic.
Yeah.
Compared to a normal back four.
Yeah.
But attacking wise and crossing wise, I think Tierney is better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Because
why.
I feel.
I
I mean, in terms of.
I just realized
yeah.
something actually.
What?
When Moyes was in Everton, Arteta was his player. Sorry, he just realized.
Yeah.
You know, we had this thing where nobody remember. Like Arteta is.
And Everton.
Everton player.
Yeah.
Everton player.
So it's. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
just-
he's one of those like macam
I just
you
realised
just
that,
need
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah.